In a way, I'm sorry that I didn't suggest buying gold, but that's commodity speculation, and I just couldn't get enthused about it. You know, although actually over 100 years, gold has just barely kept up with inflation. You know, I think it's within 0.5% or so of the inflation rate, and although there have been intervals of time when you could have really profited a lot if you were speculating and you timed it correctly, but I still think that although the last 10 years of the stock market were just stinko, if you stay in it, over say 20 or 30 years, you'll do very well. Yeah, I think the last 10 years have been about the worst that the market has performed since the 1930s. So. But then after that, it took off. After the 1930s, it took off. And it'll probably take off again once we get some sound management in Washington. Right now, we don't have it. At least I don't think so. But that's kind of a political opinion.
Did you ever speculate? What led you to the belief that investing for the long term is the right idea? Did you ever speculate in when
No,
you were
just
younger,
from no. Well, I used to buy individual stocks, and up until about 1980, in fact, and. I came to the conclusion that in the long run, it was better to have somebody else manage the money. So at that time, mutual funds were the way to go. Now I think there's more and more exchange traded funds and so forth that trade a lot like individual stocks, but you get the diversification of a whole bunch of individual stocks. I think you get some I'm not sure whether you get management or not. I don't think you do. So anyhow, that was it. Just actually, my sister Helen was the one who originally bought some shares of AT&T and was talking about it around the family dinner table, and I got the idea that, well, maybe I knew what her broker's name was, and I got the idea that, well, maybe it's something I can do too. So that's how it started.
So did you buy AT&T, or what was the first stock you bought?
I think it was AT&T. No, I think the very first stock I bought was Motorola.
Did they give you stock while you were at Motorola as well?
I think you could buy it at a reduced rate, but you had to sell it at market, and so that was it.
Did you buy it while you were there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.